What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Drop me a yes if you hear me all right. I'm going to take these off so that you're not just seeing glare from my super fancy studio lighting here. But hey, welcome. Good to be with you again today. Let's dive in. I want to talk to you about confidence, how to build confidence, but really where confidence comes from, right? Because if you, like me, have suffered or suffer currently, from a feeling of like, oh, I lack confidence. I'm not confident enough. I don't have self-confidence, etc. I want to show you how to start building your confidence, and that you can't wait for confidence. It follows courage. Courage really comes down to the ability to act. So your confidence grows as you take action and you build, and it stacks on itself. All right. So again, my name is Peter Lynch here. Happy to be with you today. If you want to dive deeper on this, and I've got a whole framework that's going to help you get more done, be more productive. And as we're going to see from talking through today, productivity is actually integrally related to your own self-confidence and your ability to take action, et cetera. So if you want to get some more frameworks of how to implement what we talked about today, go over to timeboss.pro. And it's a free report along with a mini class over there that you can get immediate access to. It'll just help you have practical steps to implement on what we're talking about today. But let's dive in today. Listen, confidence follows courage, or said differently, right? Courage leads to confidence. And courage is the ability to take action in the face of adversity. And let's face it, we're not necessarily facing down monsters and dragons, or maybe just a jaguar in the jungle that's trying to kill us per se. But for most of us now in the 21st century, especially in the first world, wherever you're from, our problems are not so apparent. And so what we're left with is our own psychology, our own psyche that too often just, crazy enough works against us. And it's the courage to act in spite of your own self-doubt, in spite of your own self-sabotage, right? Which has been such a big experience for me. I can't tell you how strong the voice has been. It's been a dominating voice inside my head every day. Every day when I wake up, I face the same thing, which is that you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? This is a joke, right? You don't deserve anything. You're not good enough to do this or that. Who do you think you are to help anybody, to want to pursue your dreams? You don't deserve that, right? All this stuff, all this head trash, all this negative self-talk, whatever you call it, whatever you know it as, you probably know the experience, which is it's a bunch of garbage that'll hold you back from ever pursuing what's important to you. It'll actually, it'll prevent you from growing and developing into the person that you're meant to be. So courage is the ability to take action in spite of that, because that will stop you. And that is your enemy. That is worse than the jaguar, because the jaguar can only kill your body, but that inner voice seeks to kill your soul, your spirit within you, so that you'd live a life without hope, a life without passion or purpose. Okay, which is exactly what I'm committed to helping you achieve and accomplish. And that happens when you start to just simply accomplish things that are meaningful, that move you forward. Your confidence grows, and you start to become more and more cognizant of what am I working towards as you begin to work towards something. So it doesn't have to start, you don't have to start with the end necessarily. It's important to think, what am I going for? But you don't have to have it all figured out. You have to begin. That's courage, to begin, to take the first step, to get out of bed when maybe everything inside of you is just screaming, just stay down, stay down, stay down, right? Which is what I heard many, many times. And it's hard. There's a part of me that it's hard to even go back there still, because it was such a visceral experience for me. So if you've been there, or if you're there, I know it so well. But I want to tell you, confidence, because I felt like I had no confidence, right? Because truly, this stripped me of my confidence, among other things, right? Amongst many other things too. Hope, joy, gratitude, right? All of these things, it wasn't there. But confidence is such a key thing. And I think so many people feel like, I'm not that confident. Well, it comes through courage. And the courage is to, and and it might feel overwhelming and daunting, but there's a certain point where you just have to come to grips with your life is worth fighting for. And you're not fighting for necessarily, you're not fighting against something that's trying to kill you physically. You're fighting against that which would rob you, which would kill you of your spirit, spiritually, emotionally, which robs you of the fullness of your life. Okay, so there's a point where it's not to be morbid by any means, but it's to say that your life is worth fighting for, right? It's worth living. And if you're going to do that, you have to have the courage to fight for it. And that means starting to take the actions that go against all of that. So whatever it is, and I'm not saying to give this stuff too much focus or too much power or too much of your energy. It's not worth dwelling on. Only enough to say, whatever it's saying, don't do this because you're worthless. Do that and prove it wrong. One step at a time, inch by inch. You retake your life like a warrior, fighting for your life and fighting for the life of those around you, because you cannot give what you do not have. You'll hear me say that many times, and because it resonates so much for me as a father, because I had to face all this in myself, and I came to terms and I made this commitment that dies with me. I will not pass that on to my children, because I cannot give what I do not have. So my goal, what I seek is to give to them hope, fulfillment, passion, joy, and a full life. I can't give that if I don't have it. And I will, at the very least, give them the framework so that they can accomplish more and greater than I have. But I will fight every minute so that I can give them the best, prepare them the best, right? And so that I can pursue my purpose and my dream. But the inner voice, the negative voice, that is not truly part of you, but it still somehow is in there, right? Screaming and railing against you, especially if you're trying to make progress or do something meaningful or good, or just be happy, because it is the enemy. It is the enemy of your happiness. It is the enemy of your fulfillment, and you have to face it as such. Act in contradiction to the negativity, and that will spark your courage, but it is contingent upon one thing, which is action, right? Nothing will happen without you committing and proving your commitment through action, through taking the step. Okay. So as you can see, it's this deeply powerful thing. But again, I want to help you be able to take action. And if you feel like you struggle with productivity, your confidence will always be hampered and your courage will not grow. So if you want to maximize your productivity and retake and reclaim your life, master your time so that you can master your life, head on over to timeboss.pro. Take advantage of those free resources I have for you there today and get started. Implement on what we've talked about, and your life will change. No one can change your life but you, okay? There's the story of Jesus where he goes to the pool of Bethesda, and there's the man who was paralyzed for his entire life, 30 years, paralytic, laying by this pool, which if you know the story, whether you're Christian or not, it's not. If you know the story, this man was paralyzed his whole life. And in the mind of the people of that time, that was kind of a curse, right? It meant there was something wrong with you. And so he's laying by this pool and cannot move, but the story goes that an angel would come down and stir the waters. And whoever got into the pool first, when that happened, would be healed of whatever their ailment was. So he's laying there for 30 years hoping to get there. But of course, he's a paralytic. He can't even crawl, so he can't get there. Jesus comes and says, do you want to be made whole? Not do you want to walk, but do you want to be made whole as a being, as a person? Do you want to be whole? And the man makes excuses right away. Oh, I don't have enough, I'm paralyzed. Gee, did you know that I'm paralyzed and nobody comes and takes me to the water? Somebody else always gets in there first. Jesus doesn't accept his excuses, but he challenges him to take action, and he says, rise, take up your bed and walk. So again, everything is contingent upon your own action, whatever your belief system is. Of course, I am a Christian, and so I'm referring to that. But the point here, and I hope you see that, is it's contingent upon your own action. And any belief system will become unhealthy when you make it where you are a victim waiting for somebody. See, that man was accepting victimization, and he was challenged in that to take action, take the initiative beyond what he could believe based on his own finite experience till that point. So we are all like a paralytic laying by the pool, believing our own story that, well, I'm paralyzed and, nobody's here to help me get into the pool, and so I can never get in. But in a moment, you can become transformed when you determine to make the change, when you determine to make the shift and to believe in something great. When you commit to your own change, you will change. So no one will change your life for you. It is completely in your own power. I want to help you, and I want to give you the formulas and the systems that work for me to accomplish a great deal, be very productive, but more than that, more importantly than that, experience fulfillment and confidence and courage, right? So it can help set you up to take the action, all right? Thanks for watching this. Go to timeboss.pro. Get that free report. You're also getting access to, it's unannounced bonus there. You're also getting access to a video course that I put together that goes a little deeper into everything, so you can take it, absorb it, and implement it and start to see the change in your life. Thanks so much for watching this again today. Again, Peter Lynch here. I'm committed to your success so that you can live with passion, purpose, and power. Remember, your confidence will follow your courage. Right? So breed that courage within you by taking action contrary to whatever negative voice, whatever negative force is there working against you. All right. Thanks. Go out there and win the day. See you next. Thanks so much for watching those videos. Appreciate it. Stay tuned and watch one of the next ones that's popping up right over here to my side. I know you're going to love it if you liked this one. And if you did like it, please definitely hit a subscribe and a like. And leave me a comment. I'll be reading those and responding to you, and probably turning those into the subject for future content as well. But definitely hit one of these next videos. You're going to love it. Thanks again for watching. Peter Lynch here, out.